Hi everyone, today we are going to play a new game called The House in Fate Morgana. Produced by Novak. There is a house that sits beyond dark, dense woods, like the world fading into view after a dream. That old mansion appears before you without realizing it. You instinctively accept as truth that even unfolding before you. The house lives in perpetuity, an amalgam of myriad fates and generations. No one knows who first said that the mansion was cursed. Planning, script, direction, Keika Hanada. Art, Moyotaro. The house in Fata Morgana. Okay, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name. Have mercy on me, O Father, and cast their souls into eternal damnation. I was looking down upon a corpse. I was afflicted with great despair at the sight of its being dragged to the place of my crucifixion. My soul crumbled, and I was wholly extinguished. Indeed, I did once lose everything. However, as I faded into darkness everlasting, I heard a voice calling out to me, and so I vowed once more that no matter how long it may take, how great the obstacles that stand in my way, or what form you may assume, I shall come back for you, that I must return to that house. So I ask of you, please wait until this mutilated body arrives there once more. Your consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, was slowly drawn back to your surface. With each new breath, feeling gradually return to your fingers. Master, you could hear the pattering of rain from somewhere. Master, and the sound of a crackling fire. Wake up, Master! Creak, creak, creak. Wake up! When you came to, you were rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. The room was dimly lit. Aside from the flickering of the fireplace, there was no other illumination. No light shone through the closed windows. There was only the pitter patter of rain on the glass. It was as though the whole mansion had been enveloped in darkness. Oh, splendid! You have finally awoken. Someone called out to you. You were about to search the room, but that turned out to be unnecessary. The source of voice was crouching beside the chair, looking up at you with emerald eyes. Good morning, master. Maid. Good morning. Oh, Oh, great artwork. Wow. Good morning. Hey, 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 what is the matter? Are you still waking up? You seem rather drowsy. Come on now, you must gather yourself. Though I am glad to hear your voice, I have simply waiting so long for this moment. Tending to the mansion all by lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, whenever the time may be. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. The time has finally arrived. You were perplexed. This woman, who looked like a maid, seemed to know you, but you had no memory of her. What kind of herbal tea would you like to start your day with? I have some wonderful chamomile leaves if you like, or perhaps your tastes have changed since last we met. Tell me, master, what would you like? I beg your pardon. I allowed myself to get too excited, but I hope you will be sympathetic, master. I am just utterly elated that I could see you again. The woman appeared to be genuinely delighted that you had awoken, but she seemed to lack the energy typical of her age. Or perhaps life was a more appropriate word than energy. But the gloom extended beyond the maid. It seemed to encompass the entire nation. The plaster walls, illuminated by the fireplace, and the rose engravings in the ebony pillars felt vaguely familiar. But a crushing sense of claustrophobia overpowered that familiarity. It seemed as though the house wasn't interested in accepting you just yet. Oh my, you do know who am I? Do you not know who you are either? That is quite the predicament. If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? The woman's face was pale, almost ashy, though she a faint chill ran down your spine. You are the master of this house, though it would seem you have no memories of such. Quite the dilemma. If you not know who you are, then you are no different than a stranger to me. No? Indeed, you have returned, but from where? That I cannot say. Then how about this? I am a servant of this mansion and such. I am familiar with the many incidents that have taken place here. I shall show you the history of this house, master. That will surely allow you to recall who you are. The freshly awakened gears in your head had begun to turn as you mulled things over. The maid had called you the master of this house. But without a single mirror in the room, you had no way of seeing what you looked like. Unable to decide, you reflexively nodded. Let us be off then, and fear not. I merely entreat you not to let go of my hand. Should you hold it tightly, you need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. Your hand in hers, you followed the maid's lead through the hall. The air within the mansion was oppressive, as though a black miasma hovered within. The house was bleak and barren, hardly a trace of color to be found. You came across an open window. Beyond it lay nothing but darkness. Neither sunlight nor moonlight could be seen. There was no chirping birds, no rustling grass, no signs of at all. Everything that would normally give color to the world has vanished entirely. The only other present was that of the maid. Following her lord, I proceeded through the mansion. After some time, you arrived at a double door, the glass within shattered. The door, once pure white, had long since faded into a dull grey. It appeared to the lead to the back garden. You could hear her children laughing on the other side. Though it is in the state you now see it, a beautiful garden once lay beyond these doors. The owner of the time enjoyed gathering rare species of rose from all across the world. As its grandest, it seemed every flower was in constant competition for the most majestic bloom. Would you like to see this wonderful era of splendor and prosperity? Ha ha ha. I very much hope it is to your liking, master. The maid opened the doors to the back garden. A sudden gust of wind brushed against your face, forcing you to close your eyes as you followed the maid out the doors. You caps. When you next opened your eyes, the world was no longer blank shadows. Okay, fade. Next scene. The first door. Oh, chapter. Okay, okay. Chapter wise. 1603. Okay, okay. Medieval time. Okay. The mansion had an alluring air of beauty in the era. It was almost like something out of a fairy tale. This period of history could perhaps be described as the symphony of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old came crashing down. Freed from the day-to-day oppression of these antiquated precepts, the people seemed to hark back to the more poetic, expressive waves of old. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theatre, and found love. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. War would break out not 20 years from now, lecturing the ripened era from the tree of history, but that is of no concern to us now. At the time, it was still what people refer to as a golden age, a period of hoorah for all who were there. Okay, wow, nice artwork. Now let us take a slide detour. No, we will not be changing locations. This is a tale about the mansion from beginning to end. We will, however, be moving through the time, say about 8 years into the past. A very wealthy family lived in the house then. The mother and the father, brother and sister all had distinctive, beautiful flaxen hair. I was always enamored by their hair. By contrast, mine is the color of a wet rose. See, there I am, standing around looking rather a fool. I was happy back then. And what reason did I have not to be afforded the opportunity to attend to such a beautiful home? So I poured my heart into serving that family. Listen closely if you would. That soft, fleeting sound that could only be a young girl singing. Can you hear it? La 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 la. The girl you see, cheerfully picking crimson roses and singing like a songbird, was called Nellie. Though young, she sang with elegance. Nellie was deeply fond on the house's garden, and she would often spend her afternoon there. Gorgeous roses gathered from all across the world bloomed in the garden. They were given the utmost care and even had their thorns removed. So young, Nellie would not hurt herself naturally. The light brown-haired girl carefully plucked petals from the roses, gathering them as she sang. Her voice was like music played by fairies. Nay, the sight of her was like an angel descended from the heaven. Oh dear, please don't look at me like that. I admit I was being rather fanciful. But what is a woman if not fanciful? Little bird, singing night and day. For your little birdie heart, sing your rose away. Pretty flowers all around the little birds. And even when the sun comes up, oh dearest Mel, I've forgotten what comes next. Are you listening? Mel, brother and sister. Nellie was, a matter of fact, not the only visitor to the rose garden that day. She always came with her older brother Clem. The young siblings were inseparable. Mel adored his little sister, who in turn came for his attention. The sight of two innocent children cuddling together, not yet shackled by the fear for the future, was truly heartwarming. That day, Mel was sitting in the shade of a tree reading a book. As I am sure you are aware, in this time, books could not yet be mass-produced. What he was reading had been copied by a scribe. I presume he had borrowed it from the church. The book, having passed through many hands over many years, was visibly worn, but I suppose that it just speaks to its importance. It was, in fact, a Latin grammar textbook he was reading. Mel was a clever boy. He had attended church from a very young age, where a priest could instruct him Latin grammar. So at that time, I believe he was capable of reading even advanced text. Oh, dearest Mel, please. The young girl approached her brother who was consumed by the text. In her hand she carried a large pile of rose petals. Though her sister's shadow overlapped the trees, the boy still did not notice. So Nelly puffed her cheeks, stretched out her slender arms and let the petals fall. Ah! He got scared. Hey, hey, look, your head is covered in roses, Nelly. Oh, Nelly, such a good artwork, animation, everything is just good, guys. Oh, Nelly, you got petals on the book. This isn't mine, I can't afford to let it keep dirty. It's your fault, dearest Mel. I tried to get your attention. And besides, flowers won't get a book dirty. I must raise the white flag. When did my little lady find herself such a sharp wit? While waiting for you, dearest Mel, I waited, and you didn't so much as glance at me. I will be an adult by the time you can read the book. Wow, that soon? That's soon. Mother says girls grow up fast. Haha, she may be right. In that case, we should do something together before we're all grown up. Surely you won't play with me any longer when you become an adult. That's not true. I still play with you even when I grow up. But grown-ups don't play nice, Nelly. Fine, I stay a child forever then. Didn't you just say you were about to grow up? You're so mean, Nelly. Haha, I'm sorry. Please don't talk my little lady. How about this to make it up to you? I play whatever you want to do. Really? Do you mean it? I want to play make-believe. What? Make-believe? Make-believe. I will be princess taken captive by an evil kingdom and you, dearest Mel, will be my valiant knight. And then you would turn into a prince and you rescue me. A knight can become a prince? Impressive. They can. Knights and princes both have to be charming, so of course they can. Which is why it must be you, dearest Mel. No one else can be my prince or my knight. While he may have appeared outwardly and dressed as his most sister proclaimed crackingly, I'm certain he was smiling on the inside. After a few moments, he neatly knelt, bringing himself to eye level with Nelly and gently stroking her soft hair. Alright then, you are my princess, Nelly. And not just anyone princess, dearest Mel, but yours alone. So, don't be anyone else prince but mine, okay? Nelly, please, my princess is quite of honor. Is that bad? Does that make you dislike me? Not at all. I am proud to have you as my sister, Nelly. You mean more to me than anything in the world, my dearest princess. I love you, dearest Mel. You always be my prince forever and ever. Her mood quite improved. Nelly began humming the melody of the song she had forgotten the lyrics to. Holding the skirt of her dress out from her body, the young girl pranced about the rose garden. Mel, his eyes on her back, gave a little shrug. Oh, Nelly, don't come crying to me if you trip running like that. But Mel was not entirely disappointed with his sister's excitement. He carefully brushed aside the petals on his book, set it in the shade of the tree, and began chasing after Nelly. They were picture square siblings brimming with hope, and at that time in their lives there was nothing to jeopardize their hope. Would it not be wonderful if children could stay children forever, Master? As I see through, the pleasant, gentle times in our lives are valued because they come to an end. Wouldn't you agree? Time continues to flow, impartial and without exception, and as such, everyone's childhood comes to an end. Be that as it may, does time also flow at times speed for each individual? Now let us take a trip down the river of time. I would be very much delighted if we could remain at this point in time, but unfortunately we cannot. Please do not let go of my hand, Master. Really good artwork and the transition is very good. Even though we are just reading the text in a video game, I be on my way then. Oh, usually stay for long. Yes, I have an errand to run today. Thank you for your time as always. Would you like the book back sometime next week? Next week or the week after, hold on to it as long as you can. But surely there are others who want to use it. None as sharp as you, Melissa. Put yourself in my shoes and understand. I want to give you any advantage you can get. Haha. Oh, do you not believe me? No, I believe you, Father. And I mean to do whatever I can, not to disappoint you. That's the spirit. If you needed anything, don't hesitate to ask. I am proud to have you as my pupil. Ah, yes, and Mel, do consider what we are talking about. Going to university? Indeed. If you do, I can introduce some accomplished instructors. There is very little left for me to teach you, and I believe you will make a fine priest. It's an honorable thing, Mel, to devote yourself to service of our Lord. I give it some thought. If you excuse me then, I see you again. Our doors are always open. Farewell. Such an artwork. Whether it's in service of God or the service of the church, it's an honorable position. But theology, I wouldn't mind attending university, but not sure. It's kind of like to do something different, something new to change the times. As for what though, I'm stunned. But I need to make up my mind soon. If I drag my feet for too long, even my father is liable to humiliation. Mercy me. Young sir, blessed young sir, arms for the poor. This beggar, if I'm not mistaken, he's been outside the cell since last week. Arms, the way he shakes his head, I can get a glimpse of his poor head under his hood. He's completely bald. Buy yourself some bread with this. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless your soul. Thanks, the Lord. Oh no, Ellie's going to be cross if I don't. Going to be cross. Ellie's going to be cross if I don't hurry home. Curses, and it looks like it's going to rain. Master. Oh, thank goodness, you appear to have a firm grasp on your consciousness. I was afraid you accidentally let go of my hand. Now, Master, this is the period of time I truly wish to show you. The boy reading in the rose garden was now a fine young man. Nonetheless, he still wore the same gentle spirit, and he would from time to time show remnants of the young, innocent boy. He was, in his own mind, still making the transition and thought he would raise as well. Mel frequently visited the church on Sundays to participate in the Mass, of course, but more often to be tutored by the priest. In addition, he also attended a private school run by the eminent Marcus. Though it was not a school where students had desks and sat in rows, they studied at Marcus Estate. Secondary and higher education was not the same as today, and Mel was considered university. The priest wanted to refer him to the church, but Mel was having difficulty deciding what he should do. That he has such choice is envious, is it not? Good afternoon. I'm here to pick up my order. Is it ready? Hi, ready and waiting, Young Master Rhodes. Oh, don't call me Young Master, please. I beg your pardon. Can I see him get me head out fast? Your orders right here, sir. Mel had stopped at a jewelry store in the center of town on his way back to the church. The building was both a workshop and store. The nobles of the area were deeply fond of the master's work. He was so skilled, even the royal family had commissioned work from him. As a matter of fact, the wooden sign out front was engraved with a replica piece of his jewellery, said to be on the display in the palace. As artistry flourished in this whole village, the number of shops selling luxurious items, such as jewellery, rose in kind. However, the clientele of these shops comprised a very narrow range of people. May I have a look? Of course. Good, it came out just as I hoped. Splendid work. Can afford to disappoint a loyal customer like herself. An admirable work ethic. I'm sure she'll love it. Such a kind lad and master. My boy back home could do well and learn a thing or two from you. Every man ought to show some woman some cordiality. Coming home to a cold fireplace is a sad thing indeed. Hahaha. Again, please don't call me agnostic. My apologies. I take this and be on my way then. Good day. If you find yourself in a need of turtles, just let me know. I can make any jewelry you ask for. Come to me and your sweetheart day will sure as and I guarantee the two of you will have all sorts of fun when you give it to your heart. Please, I don't have a sweetheart. Well, that's a surprise. I'm sure many girls are waiting for her and too. And Mr. Rhodes, a fine family, good looks, and charming. And your future's all but I'll be on my way then. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Good day. Come by again anytime. Goodness. Maybe I say I want to study abroad or something. Patient as my father may be, but he's certainly angry. Can hear it now. You are wasting your God's given talents, boy. Boy, God of all. I could renounce my name and rank and go somewhere far away. That sounds like a kind of plan Nelly would come. Okay guys, and next playthrough we can again see again. Thank you. If you are new to my channel, please do like, subscribe and turn on bell notification. If you like this video, please comment below.